Atlanta hostage negotiator Detective Frank McClure was called to the scene shortly after the standoff began to establish telephone contact with Roberts. It soon became evident that communications on the inside and communications on the outside were not going as smoothly as desired. Superior officers on the outside were apparently hogging the radio frequencies, preventing SWAT members upstairs from talking to each other. And the conversation between Roberts and the negotiators wasn't getting anywhere. The only things of note Roberts said was that he was an heir to the Rockefeller fortune, that he wanted to speak to a chaplain whom he knew from the Georgia Regional Hospital, and that he wanted a helicopter. By 2:30, he wasn't talking to anyone on the phone. He was waiting to see a priest and was waiting for food to arrive. He had herded the hostages together and was getting abusive and volatile. At the same time, SWAT officers were working their way through an air duct to a vent in the room. What happened next is not clear, but one report is that Roberts made a life-threatening gesture and the SWAT men in the vent opened fire. As is so often the case, this man whose life ended in violence impressed his neighbors as a quiet sort.
Well, he never seemed to have much to say. I've only seen him maybe 2 or 3 times coming out of the apartment. He never spoke. Basically, I would see him working out on his car. He had an older car a couple of months ago, and he did quite a bit of work on that. But other than that, I didn't see him much. I did have a girlfriend who came and asked him once to help her with a tire on her car. He did that.
No one at his apartment complex off Boulder Crest Road in DeKalb County would have thought twice about Morris Roberts, except that he was a white man in a predominantly black complex. His co-workers at the golf course he worked on knew little about him, but his quiet demeanor hid a troubled mind. He had spent some time at the Georgia Regional Hospital for treatment of mental illness. Negotiator McClure told me he knew he had his hands full dealing with Roberts, that the man was unstable, and that he had threatened to kill the hostages. There will no doubt be questions about the shooting of this strange man, but one may never be answered. What did Morris Edward Roberts, Jr. really want? Mark Picard, Action News.